Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and hail to you, and welcome back to the Havamal In Depth. In this episode, we will delve into stanza 16 of the Havamal, where we will explore the idea of bravery and courage, and from both an Old Norse and Stoic viewpoint, and explore their relevance to the modern world. Stanza 16 then. A cowardly man thinks he will ever live if warfare he avoids, but old age will give him no peace, though spears may spare him. So from an Old Norse perspective, stanza 16 carries a stark message about the consequences of cowardice. The stanza suggests that a cowardly man who avoids warfare may believe he can escape the perils of battle and live a long life, but he is mistaken. Even if he manages to avoid spears in his youth, old age will provide him with no peace. The stanza, I think it's fair to say, reflects the Norse ideals of bravery and courage. In the Viking Age, warriors who showed valour in battle were highly regarded, and cowardice was considered a grave dishonour. The stanza reminds us that avoiding challenges and conflicts doesn't lead to a life of contentment or safety, especially in the long run. It underscores as well the importance of facing adversity and not shying away from life's struggles, and we'll come on to in a bit more detail as to what that means in the modern world in a moment. The stanza though kind of reminds me of a tale or a story within Norse mythology of Thor's encounter with the giant Hrungnir. If I remember right, it was written in Hauslong, the skaldic poem, which I believe was composed around the 10th century. If I've got that wrong though, please feel free to correct me. Hrungnir, a fearsome giant, boasted about his invincibility while drinking in the halls of Valhalla after Odin invited him back for a couple of beverages, as Odin tended to do. He was boasting about his invincibility and threatening the gods, and when Thor heard of this, he accepted Hrungnir's challenge to a duel. Despite the giant's great size and strength, Thor, being Thor, faced him in combat. During their battle, Hrungnir threw a massive whetstone at Thor. Thor countered with the hammer Mjolnir, shattering the whetstone and killing Hrungnir. Thor's courage in the face of a formidable adversary represents the heroic qualities celebrated in Norse culture. It shows that courage in the face of danger is a hallmark of true Norse heroes. What does this mean from a Stoic interpretation? Well, from the perspective of the Stoics, stanza 16 aligns with principles that emphasise the importance of confronting one's fears and challenges. The Stoics believe today that avoiding life's difficulties or seeking a life completely safe or in complete safety is an illusion. Life is inherently filled with challenges. Every day you'll come across a challenge, and true peace and contentment can only be found by facing them with courage and virtue. if you think back to challenges that you may have had, where you may not have faced them with courage and virtue. I know I can certainly recall a few. But if you think back to those challenges, you didn't face it, you lived to regret it, and by living to regret it, you are damaging your peace. Seneca, for example, the prominent Stoic philosopher, wrote, "Life's no soft affair. It's a long road you've started on, but it's the first step that's troublesome," which highlights the fact that as soon as you jump into that challenge and start to tackle it, it's the beginning bit that's the challenging bit. The rest of it, you suddenly start to realise, actually, it's not as difficult as I thought it was. This Stoic viewpoint, though, underscores the idea that hardship and challenges are inevitable, and one should approach them with courage and resilience. And actually, courage is one of the 4 central pillars of Stoicism, which highlights the importance of it. Stoicism encourages individuals to embrace life's difficulties and not shy away from them, as these challenges are an essential part of the human experience. So, what do these interpretations mean for the modern day? Well, these ancient teachings, as with previous stanzas, absolutely apply to our modern lives. Stanza 16 serves as a timeless reminder that avoidance of challenges and conflicts doesn't lead to a life of lasting peace. If anything, it can lead to mental health issues, depression, and generally a bad reputation, I would say. It highlights the significance of confronting our fears and adversities with courage and determination. In a world where people often seek comfort zones and attempt to avoid difficulties, this stanza encourages us to approach life's challenges head on. Whether it's in our personal lives, the professional world, avoiding adversity or conflict in the hope of living a peaceful life is an illusion. The modern relevance of stanza 16 lies in its reminder that a meaningful and fulfilled life requires facing challenges and embracing the inherent difficulties of human existence. Rather than avoiding battles, the true path to contentment is found in the courageous confrontation of life's adversities. So that concludes the exploration of stanza 16, which I would say is quite a sobering message, actually, about the consequences of cowardice. Before I log off, I'll do as I always do, and I will read stanza 16 back to you. So, stanza 16. "A cowardly man thinks he will ever live if warfare he avoids, but old age will give him no peace, though spears may spare him." Thank you so much for joining on this episode of the Havamal In Depth. Hail to you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a review, drop a comment to let us know what you think. If you're particularly enjoying the show, share it among your friends. That would be greatly appreciated. Until next time, though, may you find the courage to confront life's battles and discover true peace through resilience and virtue. Thank you. Hail to you.